Welcome back to another episode of the Scenario Podcast. Last time we was with you all, it was the Juneteenth live celebration. A lot of people was really feeling that. Why not? We came late with it. We didn't come late. We came right on time, not planned, just like we didn't know that Juneteenth was going to be a new planned holiday.
It's going to be a big deal, Doc. Like, this is our thing now. But next year, I feel like I got to be, like, better prepared, though. I feel like it ramped up real quick this year. Like, I'm already starting to get ready for next year, but I'm still going to be a little bit late so I can make sure that I keep to the true theme of a Black holiday. I got to be a little bit late, but I'm going to be on time with my celebration. It's going to be right.
Yeah, it's going to
– I think I got to find me a Malcolm X hat for it next year. I'm just going to just different things that, like, incite people, because we'll probably just be getting ready to go back outside again by that time. So
hopefully,
we'll see where it's at.
Hopefully.
Maybe, yeah. We might be talking about Juneteenth 2022, but one of them. What's good, though, man? What's shaking your way?
Man, it's all good, man. Everything's been copacetic, man.
It's been copacetic out here.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it as well. But everything has been good, man. I can't complain, man. Like, shout out to everybody listening to all the shows we got coming up on the network too, man. It's been a lot of love on the new shows, different diversity of shows we got coming through. So yeah,
so many shows we can barely make room to get the mothership in there.
Exactly. No, it was like, dude, hold on, man. Like, we ain't did a show in a minute. Like, it's like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They forgot they was actually a part of a band.
Right.
They was like, we producing so much, we forgot we do have a band. It's called The Time.
Like, oh yeah, we need to drop an album every week our damn self. So here we are, man.
Yeah.
We're back, man. People been asking. People need to know what we weigh on, man. Let's not leave them waiting, man. Let's get to them emails.
All right. So first email is coming from Patois. Man, see, I probably even know I could even pronounce that. Shout out to you with your name with that. I'm assuming I don't know who it is. It could be a man or a woman. But
that's
I'm assuming
it works.
But I'm assuming it's a man because we don't really. Yeah, and we have mostly male listeners, so I'm assuming it's a man. Also because he and a white man because it's a baseball question. So.
Damn. It was just 100-year anniversary of the Negro Leagues.
I know, right? Shout out that I want you. That person talks about that in this email. They have a 3-part question, all baseball questions for you. Scenario crew, love the show, love the insight Matt gives within baseball. It's great to see brothers actually playing baseball out here in 2020, even though you haven't played baseball in a long time, but I get his point.
I did cancel my softball season this year, but we can talk about that.
So you didn't took that Maya Moore gap year.
Well, I'm not doing anything to help other people. I just decided not to play myself, but let's not compare me to Maya Moore. I'm doing absolutely nothing for nobody else. But
this is strictly about you.
This is all about me, completely about me. The Rona is out there, baby, and I ain't getting it playing softball.
All right, first one he has is Bobby Bonilla is All-American hero. I saw Daryl tweet about it the other day. My first question on that is, Matt, how could the Mets let this even happen? What is the real dynamic of this situation?
All right, so let's make this. I'm gonna put this in the sense about what happened with Bobby Bonilla, right? So Bobby Bonilla, years and years and years ago, signed a huge deal with the New York Mets because Bobby Bonilla was a big star, part of the Pittsburgh Pirates with Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke, all the guys back then that lost to the Braves.
Sid Bream.
Shout out Sid Bream, Jay Bell. I could give you the whole team. They used to torture the Cardinals. I remember the whole team. Jay Bell, Jeff Kent, Steve Buechele, all them cats. Mike LaVallia. Doug Drabeck.
Yeah, Mike LaVallia. Damn, you went back.
Yeah, Doug Drabeck, all them cats, man. But Zane Smith, I got him. I had half the damn team. Team ain't played in 25 years, but that says something about me, I guess. But so Bobby Bonilla got out in the free agent market, man, and it was time for Bobby Bonilla to get that cake. Well, so with the Mets, who are one of the chronically most fucked up organizations when it comes to money of all time. Like they are the check floatingest team in the history of baseball. Basically, just put Bobby Bonilla on layaway until 2035, and just giving him a little piece of the pie. Even though Bobby Bonilla ain't played since 2001, I think. 2001 for Bobby. Yeah. So I mean, like, just think about that. Think about
Because he got a
right
ring with the
now,
Marlins, though, right? He got a ring with the Marlins, right?
Yeah, Bobby. I mean, Bobby. I think Bobby did everything, man. Bobby got it all taken care of. But Bobby, you know, what I'm saying. So I mean, Bobby had a long career. I mean, Bobby played 16 seasons, and he signed with the Mets in 1992, coming straight out of Pittsburgh. Now, when Bobby's
Keep in
last
mind,
2
people, this
years,
is 1992. This for the layman out there. This is 1992. Before he goes into the description of what's going on, just understand this is from 1992. Continue. I just want to put
yes,
that in
this is
reference, people.
1992. So Bobby Bonilla signed a free agent contract with the New York Mets in 1992. He is a 4-time All-Star. He was top 2 finisher in NL MVP voting. Them 2 years before that, like Bobby Bonilla is fly. He one of the best cats in the game. Bobby get that check. Bobby hit 249 that first year in New York. But Bobby straight. Bobby bounces back. He's an All-Star again in 93, 34 home runs. You know what I'm saying? 1994, all right? So he signed a big contract, 1994, strike season. That's his last season in the in full season with the New York Mets. He comes back in 1995. They trade him to Baltimore. He comes back again in 1999. He does make them stops and he does make them stops in Florida and does some other stuff along the way. He won the '97 series with the Marlins. Bobby makes that stop, comes back to New York in '99. Finishes his career with the Cardinals in 2001. And actually, that's when I met Bobby Bonilla in GameStop in the mall when I was a senior in high school. Bobby Bonilla, big-ass dude, too, by the way. But Bobby signed that contract and is getting paid from a
What game was Bobby Bonilla getting? I'm just curious. What game was he getting at GameSpot?
He was getting good game. But Bobby got his last game, his first game for the Mets in 1992, bounced around the league a little bit, came back for a season in '99, and now he's still getting paid out all these years later.
And now, is that interest in that as well, or is it straight up like still?
Bobby's just getting his meals. Bobby's getting his meals every year.
How could the Mets let that happen?
Hero.
Yeah. How did the Mets
let that happen? They did it so that they could get the guy that they wanted. Bobby just was so far ahead on game, he didn't know it was gonna happen. Like, shout out to Bobby Bonilla for that. Shout out to Max Scherzer. He's doing that right now. Max gonna be getting paid for a while after he done playing. Shout out to the St. Louis Spirit. You know what I'm saying? They owners are still getting a check because when everybody else said they either want to go to the NBA or they want to get bought out, they said, "Hey, we'll just take a little bit of the bread in perpetuity." And the NBA was just like MLS now, and then boom, what you got? You got a whole league. You got owners that's getting paid since like 1976 or something like that, and the team ain't even been around. So, man, Bobby just on that space age contract work, man.
This is like unbelievable. He's just like,
he's a hero.
He's a hero.
Every time I hear Bobby Bonilla's name, I hear that Mariah Carey hero come on in my head. Like, I need to get that cash. 2035 sounded like a year we wasn't even gonna get to, and hey, we might not get to it the way things is going right now. We'll touch on that in a second.
I wonder, do they send out a hit for Bobby Bonilla every year, like $100,000 hit out there? Because every year, like it's $100,000 bag on him to make sure we can get. Because does he get it if he dies?
I don't know how that works. We gotta preserve Bobby.
We need to protect Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Bonilla is a national treasure. But here's the thing. It's just debt that you inherit. Oh, my goodness, what's happening? It's just debt that you inherit when another team, like they're trying to sell the Mets right now. You know what's going to have to happen? Whoever buys the Mets is going to have to pay Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla come with the team, like Bing Rames came with the squad and came with the crib and Baby Boy. But Bobby Bonilla is basically the baby boy of Major League Baseball.
Okay. I can dig it. Second question is, Major League Baseball looked like they weren't going to have a season. They are now, question mark. What do you think about this coming back for 70 games? Do you think it's really even viable? And did the baseball do this because everyone was really shitting on them for not coming back?
Well, I mean, no, I don't think they get moved by that. It's hard to get these owners to get moved by people's opinions of them because they rich either way. It's 60 games. It's going to be a 60-game season. They're going to be ramping up for they're starting to train. Actually, yesterday, July 1st was when they started reporting to train and stuff like that. So, but baseball is in a weird place though, because I mean, obviously you want to have a season. You got people that are paying people money to play. You're not going to just want them to stay home, So, I mean, they're going to want to get that. I mean, the revenue side of it's going to be shot, in some regards. But, I mean, there's contracts there's contractual obligations that you got to play. You got to play in with the. Hey, hit pause for a second. Hey, hit pause for a second.
And go.
So, I mean, really at this point, I mean, it's just about fulfilling an obligation of the year there, though, right? I mean, they're paying guys to play. It's better to have them do something than stay at home, I guess is the way they look at it. The problem baseball has been having is that they already was, a relationship that was on the rocks as is. You know what I mean? So it's just exposing all the issues that baseball is headed towards in about 2 years anyway. I mean, I think a strike is inevitable with baseball. I think you just barely avoided one right now. But, so the thing about it is, though, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because, I mean, baseball should be one of the sports that you can be able to play, and you should be able to play it fairly well. But, I mean, it's just showing how hard it is to bring people around each other right now because, I mean, you had camps shut down before they even got off the ground. I mean, you got people working out. But how's that going to play? They're only having the people that are in the seat, and the people that are in the game are going to be in the dugout. Everybody else is going to be in the seats. Like, it's a weird thing that's going on right now, and it's going to be a strange moment to see. But baseball got some issues, man, that have gotten put out in the streets because of this, and they need to have a season. If for nothing else, is they need to keep their place at the table because this is the type of thing that could truly set them back from a way that they can't come back from.
So you think they need to have some more steroids again if this goes right like the way?
They don't need to do that. They don't need to. Last thing they need to do is be up in front of Senate again. That's the last thing they need to have happening.
All right. His final question is: the Negro Leagues are 100 years old. What do you think that baseball state of America is now for Black people, and your favorite Negro League player that never played in the MLB?
Well, the second question I think is easier than the first question. For me, I was a pitcher, so I mean, it's Satchel Paige for me.
But no, he said it never played in the MLB.
Well, that's true. Satchel did make it. For a guy that didn't make it to the league,
and Satchel was like 55 years old. It was like
I mean, I can throw you. Yeah, you didn't get that. Like I know Satchel played in the league, man. But Satchel Paige is the best pitcher in the world in the 30s, man, and like in the 40s. And
but we never got to see him in his prime, though. That we never got to see him in his prime.
Like everybody that played in that time said, Satchel was the guy, and just everybody else was just secondary. But it was sad what happened with that. But the best player that didn't play I'd probably say Oscar Charleston. I mean, Oscar Charleston was a powerhouse of a center fielder. There's other guys like Buck Leonard. If you want to go back in the older days, you got guys like Martin DeHigo, Pop Lloyd. There's so many of them, man.
What about J. Cool Papa Bell?
I'm very partial. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm partial to Cool Papa Bell. I mean, obviously you hear the stories about Josh Gibson and just how incredible he was. Guys you don't hear a whole lot about. Like Pokey Joe Wood. And Hilton Smith. A lot of those, man. There was Judy Johnson. So many players came through the Negro Leagues, man. And the thing that people always need to remember about the Negro League is that usually when we think about it, we think about like the Negro National League, but the Negro Leagues are a circuit of different baseball leagues. It was a entity, not as it was, I mean, I shouldn't say it wasn't a singular entity. It was a circuit of many different things that happened from the late 1890s all the way up until the 1950s. They didn't just end when Jackie Robinson went to the league. Because you got to remember that guys like Hank Aaron played in the Negro League, and Ernie Banks played in the Negro League.
Didn't Willie Mays play in the Negro League too?
Yeah, so I mean, you got like the first wave of Black players I think that didn't play in the Negro Leagues were just like barely missed. It was like Frank Robinson, guys like that that were like young stars in the 60s and stuff like that. Because like Hank Aaron was a young star in the 50s, So I mean, look at the this man, I didn't really take a chance to read about the Negro Leagues and learn about what that looked like. I mean, that was Black enterprise and Black business at a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying, for the time that was happening. And I always say, Negro League grew out of the roots of science and became completely different than that. But not a secondary or a subsidiary league, Major League Baseball. Or in many accounts, the best of the Negro Leagues were better than the best of the Major League. and there will be guys that would tell you that were in the major leagues, guys like Babe Ruth, guys like Lou Gehrig, guys who knew, will say that some of these guys need to be over here, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, history was what it was, and I'm glad that, in some regards, I'm glad we had the Negro Leagues, though. I hate the circumstances that they had to happen under, but I'm glad that we had them because, that's a point of pride and point of privilege that still should be, existent to this day. So, what was the first question on that?
First question is the state of black baseball players now.
It's a better place than I think people realize. And I hope that, right now we listen to a lot of things that NBA players are saying and that NFL players are saying and things like that. There's a lot of black baseball players that are making great points right now. And they're talking about the inequities that are in baseball that black players are facing and the things that are happening in society at large. The Major League Baseball that on the day of the 100th for Negro League, they ran a series of graphics for black players from today and took like their words and stylized it around them on the social media and things like that. And shout out to MLB The Show who's had a Black Lives Matter graphic going that's got words from players now like D. Gordon and Josh Bell and Jack Flaherty, Delano DeShields Jr. There's a lot of black guys that are around and getting their thoughts on things too. So it's So yeah, man. I mean, I think the state of black talent in baseball is fantastic. The numbers are low, but you're looking at about an 8% clip right now in the population in the league. But
what was it at its highest? What was it at its highest? At its highest, what was it?
I don't know. You're looking at the 70s probably at that point, 70s, 80s. But I'd have to look that up. But long way for it now. I mean, right now it's lower than it was just after Jackie Robinson broke in. So I mean, that can give you some. It's gone completely backwards, But, yeah, I mean, there was a time when the African American amount of baseball players looked something like the Latin count does now, but it's just not where it's at anymore. So, but still a lot of guys that are out there. Still a lot of folks that we're following. And a lot of young guys too. A lot of young guys that are coming up. The Cardinals had three. You're on mute. The Cardinals had a bunch of people that are in that came in, young brothers. Shout out to my homeboy Chris. His son Christian was just the star of the 16-year-old group of kids. He's looking to be. He's one of the top players in next year's class.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
I mean, he's the number one pitcher in America right now. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of other, guys around that are with him too. They're young black kids that are embracing the game. So, yeah, man, it's still strong in the community. It's just not as populated as it was.
All right, let's jump into some topics, man. First up, we have let's talk about Eddie Winslow, man.
I thought we was gonna hit our COVID. I thought we were going to hit
we could go. Let's go COVID then. That's everybody's mind. Let's go COVID first.
I mean, we can talk Eddie Winslow. I mean,
no, we could go. Let's go COVID. Let's go COVID. Let's go COVID. Let's go COVID.
All right, man. So here's the thing I'm gonna say. Your boys out here fucking around in a mighty way right now. Trump. I don't want to say that. I don't know. I ask you. Has he quit? Has he just quit now? He's just like, whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever I really. Is he like? Is he letting his true, genuine self out now? Like, I'm just gonna do me for the rest of this time.
It sounds like one of the people that are trying to get fired so they can get their unemployment. Like they don't want to quit necessarily. Like, man, I need to get my unemployment. I can't quit.
Yeah, he don't want to quit, but I mean, like dude yesterday said that. What did he say? Black Lives Matter is hate speech.
Yeah, and a terrorist organization too.
Terrorist organization and hate speech. Meanwhile, the cats down in Charlottesville are still some very good people. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
On both sides. It's all on both sides.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I remember the days of him being a little bit more, deceptive with his racism, but it's just gone now. Now he's like embracing his full 70-plus-year-old white dude sitting at the
Maybe he has dementia. Maybe he has dementia. Maybe he has dementia though.
I ain't giving him, nope, I'm not, I've said this from the day he came in the office. I ain't letting him off with no diseases. I'm not letting him off with any type of disorders. This is him speaking from the heart. He is fully aware of everything he's saying. I ain't letting him off. He know what he's doing. Nope, wrong.
Shout out to the great Donald Trump, who's also out here. Got people like my man, Big Daddy Herman Cain, man. Everybody knows
shout
I
out
have
to the great Donald Trump.
No, I said to the great Herman Cain.
Oh, you meant Herman Cain because you said the great Donald Trump.
Yeah, no. I didn't mean that. I mean the great Herman Cain.
I gotta say, you're gonna have to. I got a thermometer right here. I'll bring it over. So you can check yourself out.
No, the man that came up with a plan 999 and everything was 999 when he ran for office.
And now it ain't looking good. Now it ain't looking good. It's Herman Cain checked into the to the ICU now. It's bad business for him.
He got the COVID.
Herman.
He got that COVID. He got that big Rona. He got the big Rona.
And it happened just less than 24 hours after he said, "We're not wearing masks. We going out here. People are tired." First of all, man, here's the question I'm gonna ask. You know, we talk about these masks. We start to get more rules of going out saying, "Hey, you got to rock the mask. You do what you got to do," which is just driven these just white angst. That's just at a whole nother level. Like, y'all just keep on messing with us. Welcome to what it's like being on our side.
They've had this for like 3 weeks. They've had this for 3 weeks.
We share some of this strife with you now. But I've never seen science get politicized. I didn't even know that was possible.
It is, though. That's the funny thing. It's funny that all of these, it's almost like they're just doing it. Republicans are doing it just because they have to and not standing on something else. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird because they'll vote for a puppy if he was running for whatever seat because they're that sustained within their party like that. But Herman Cain getting it. I think it was a couple other reps got it. That Rona's coming for everybody, man. I mean, people need to just chill because y'all gonna mess up the whole rest of this summer. Y'all finna mess up Christmas. Y'all finna, we cats need to chill. Going to parties and stuff.
Did you see the footage from that party down in Atlanta?
Oh, they had one in Atlanta. What was doing?
Oh my God, it looked like Freaknik. It was so many people out there. It was a big ass street party, and this was no white person. It wasn't a white person to see. So I ain't letting us off the hook with this either. And I read a thing that said that the biggest group of this thing now is people between 35 and 25.
People that are catching the Rona.
Yep.
Because they out in the streets.
Yep. Because they out here like I'm getting my summer. Like, and first of all, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck real quick. We all know somebody who out there who ain't switching their flow up. We all do.
Not at all. Not at all.
Wait,
they're like, man, no, I do. No, I'm saying I do.
I'm about to say, because I know I definitely see some people on social media and stuff out there. I'd be like, oh, you tripping. You really out here big tripping and acting like it ain't this. And it's funny because it took my lady bringing it up. She said, you notice how some people that's always posting pictures ain't posting pictures right now? She said it's because they doing what they ain't supposed to be doing and they don't want nobody to know.
Oh, so she's saying that if they used to post a lot of pictures, they're doing the same shit, but they just ain't posting about it because they don't want the judgment.
That's right. They don't want the judgment, but they ain't switching their flow up.
Because how you gonna go from taking 10 Instagram pictures a week to nothing?
How you not eating in restaurants taking pictures of plates when you can't cook?
She said that you already messed up because you couldn't cook in the first place.
You can't cook, but you used to taking pictures with little pretty ass drinks and plates in every restaurant every weekend. What you gonna do it yourself? They still out here getting it. They just acting like them, or they taking them pictures and they saying Throwback Thursday. Nigga, that shit was last week.
He said last week.
Throwback to 2019 when we was free. Like, first of all, you wasn't free in 2019, slave. You was only free in body. You wasn't free in mind, my brother. And then number two, you was doing that last week. You was out there partying last week. Just call it a buck.
Like, hold on.
You'd be like, sacrifice.
You'd be like, they ain't even open up the rooftop deck until May.
Right. Just do the math. You can like do this math on your fingers. Like, hold up, wait a minute now. Yeah, so that's all of that's going on. And then like that speaks into like even when we was talking about, man, you brought this to me, man, about these Alabama COVID parties.
Yeah, no, they're betting. So they're bringing one person. It's like a futuristic movie where it reminds me of like a Mad Max plot where it's like we're gonna bring in this wild animal and whoever gets bit first is gonna get the money. Like we gonna all be in danger. Whoever gets the COVID first, they get paid.
What's the fucking game there?
I thought it was black people first because when I got another link, it wasn't black people. It is white people, and I'm almost definitely sure it's white people.
I mean, that only makes sense. If there's some things that we do that I get disappointed in us, but there's some things.
Now, if it was a dice game, and it was a big dice game going on in Alabama, and some underground dice, I'm like, man, I think that's some black people, man. We might be doing that.
Black people gonna get to a point though where this summer gonna start hitting. What is it, July? It's just gonna start getting heavier. Cats ain't gonna be playing no spades. They gonna be out there catching the Rona off the spades, coughing on the cards and shit, and giving them back to cats.
The NBA, what they gonna give out like new decks? Like if you play with a deck, then you gotta like throw it away. It's something crazy.
That's
like you play with one day, you gotta throw. So they're gonna have thousands of decks then, because you know how many gambling situations gonna be happening in these hotel rooms during that quarantine.
So
situation.
I'm just gonna keep playing on Spades app. Just keep playing Spades on your phone, fool.
But the thing is, though, I need to get my money from you, though. I need you to be in room 215 because I need my money.
I can't bet.
Look, do they have a tonk? Do they have a high-low? Do they have a high-low app game? Do they have a high-low app game or a tonk app? We might need to do this. We might need to do this. We might need to make a tonk or a high-low.
Put it on the Mafa budget. We'll see if we can work it in. So, hold on. I know that we might have Conspiracy Brother joining us later on. Maybe I can save this question for him, but I'll just ask you as well. So why is it that everybody feels like it's a conspiracy and that it's a setup for us to take a vaccine, but we don't feel like it's a conspiracy and a setup for cats to be out in the parties, out in the streets kicking it, not wearing masks and all that stuff? Like it's a choice then.
But before it was a conspiracy.
Before it's a conspiracy. Until you got tired of being in the crib because your old lady was getting on your nerves, or your side chick was getting ready to blow your spot up because you hadn't been by in 3 months. Your second family was about to fuck shit up because you hadn't been to the house in 3 weeks.
Oh, look, all those dynamics are at play. All those are dynamics at play.
This Rona gonna expose you. This Rona gonna expose you, man. It's coming. You better be careful. I've been down in this basement. I've been down in this basement for 100 days, baby. We good. We gonna make it. 120 days.
But everybody stay home.
Your other kids is upset. Your other kids need to see you too, Jerome. Your other kids need to see you too.
only go to see the most important people in your life, man. If you gonna leave, you know what I'm saying. So
that's real. No, that's real. We're working on an immunity circle. Just everybody going in the house at like for the holidays, man. Because like for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, like everybody got to go in the house at the same time, and you got to stay there until Thanksgiving. Like everybody got to live the same life. Otherwise, there ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving.
I mean, my daughter's been going to a camp for like a summer camp thing every other week, right? And she has to wear a mask. And when they come, you can't come in as a parent. They literally come out to the car, mask on, take your kid's temperature, and like basically give them a physical.
I don't like that. I don't like my kid being nowhere I can't go.
Yeah, I mean, they know you pull up. You tell them who the kid is. They bring your kid out.
I got a conspiracy now. I ain't dropping my kid off and sending them in nowhere that I can't go inside and see what's going on. Nah, to me, that sounds like how they be kidnapping kids. Look, and giving you a different one when you come back.
Look, it may have been though. She all about this Lego camp she in, man. She wasn't gonna let it not happen. You don't want to explain to her that she couldn't go to Lego camp at least a week.
Okay.
I'll take my chance with her getting the Rona than her crying and complaining for a whole week about it. See,
I look at people's kids.
I'm gonna let Xander is right here. Xander, will you talk to the people and let them know about your Lego camp, how it was?
Okay, it was us. We got to make slime.
You get a slime in one camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what if you didn't go? Would you be upset if you didn't go?
Yeah.
See?
I would punch her head off.
See? She said she would punch my hat off, and she did. So, if you want to deal with that 24 all day.
And now she's hazing you now. I've been there before. I've been there before.
Now stop laughing. Stop laughing, mystical people.
All right. So let's get Miss Eddie.
Why?
Xander, we're done with your segment.
What
go
about
over there
at home segment?
Go. Bye-bye. Peace out.
Nice.
All right. Let's go to Eddie Winslow, man.
All right, man. Listen, first of all, I got problems with Eddie Winslow right now. So I feel like Eddie Winslow is playing is taking the Chadwick Boseman Jr. route. Where, Chadwick Boseman has played every important black person in the world. He's been Thurgood Marshall. He's been Jackie Robinson.
Look, all people that's not even his complexion.
Yes, everybody that's within his bandwidth. I'm just waiting on Medgar Evers and let's see, one more. I need like a Doug Williams or something like that, like the story of the first brother to win the Super Bowl or something.
What's so funny is I guarantee you, he tells his agent at this point, don't send me no autobiographical people no more. I guarantee
he can't now. Like he can't.
He probably tells the agent, like, don't even send that to me. Don't even send me that.
Well, so here's the thing, but the roles that he's not taking, Eddie Winslow, Darius McCrary is taking. And he got heated up. He got heated up last week when the images dropped of him looking like James Brown. Because also Chadwick Boseman played James Brown.
He
like
sure
2
did.
years ago. Like, he's the JV Chadwick Boseman. He gonna play the Ashy Panther in the Marvel Takeoff version.
And
the
also Darius McCrary also played Gerald Levert.
Universe.
He also played Gerald Levert.
Oh God.
And if anybody could Google that.
He gonna play Luther Vandross next, and people gonna be real upset.
Ooh, who could play Luther though?
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
I mean,
in China.
That'd be a good one, actually, on the low. That'd be actually a good one. You may be onto something there.
Give me Hayes by Profile.
You may be onto something. Hey, that'd be great though if Cedric Taylor his little email like, tell Matt to give me a call.
I've only kicked it with Sam once. He a good dude. I want to keep it that way. He's from the Musada, man. I don't mess with them cats, man. They some gangsters down there.
Yeah, I mean,
good OGs from Musada though.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have no they can't never have no more Kappas there, right?
We working on that. We'll get that back.
Okay. But I'm saying on the like, and traditionally it's been like that since like what, Larry Blue, right? Shout out to Larry Blue.
Well, no, I ain't gonna say since Larry Blue. Larry ain't do nothing. But
no. I'm saying like he's one of the last people that we know, like OGs like that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I just want to drag Blue into the legal.
Yeah, no, Blue. I know you listen to the podcast. No, Blue. We not implicating you in no scandals or nothing like that, brother. But we just say you one of the top
so he's
OGs.
Playing all the JV. So it makes me think about like the other people who played like JV Black History people, like when Pinky played Martin Luther King.
Oh, you talking about what's his name? I can't remember his name now.
Clifton Powell.
Clifton Powell needs a. I hope he gets a star on the Walk of Hollywood, man. Hollywood Walk of Fame at some point.
Maybe Darius McCrary can play Clifton Powell playing other people.
Ooh. That'd be awesome, actually. Because Clifton Powell plays a lot of roles. Clifton Powell's about that money. He'll pop up in any and every movie. He'll be in something all the way from a classic like Ray all the way to Shoot 'Em Up, Bang, Bang, done in Detroit movie.
Hey, I watched Ray again the other day. It was on TV, man. That's a good rewatch after a few years.
Yeah, it's a good. I got tired of it at the time. Like, it was like, God damn, like y'all got this on HBO every hour.
Yeah, right.
But it needed a little time, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx, though, who's going to be Mike Tyson now.
Yeah, hey, we out here, baby. It's going to be Jamie Foxx. It's gonna be Jamie Foxx face on the joint. It's gonna be Jamie Foxx on the joint.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Hey, that's gonna be dope though. That's gonna be dope. I just want to know who playing Trevor Burbick.
Oh, they gotta just what they get Trevor Burbick Jr. I think he's a boxer.
Trevor Burbick.
Yeah, and he got killed. He got killed too.
He gonna knock. Yeah,
Trevor Burbick got killed.
Trevor Burbick got knocked.
Yeah, like with a machete back in Jamaica.
Yes, he went back to the crib, and it was his people, it was his family too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have went back home.
This need to go. It's gonna go on the last segment of the show today. We're gonna put that away. We'll put that away. All right, man. So speaking of things that haven't enough time passed for be happening yet, it's time to talk about Gyro again. Hero Gyro.
Yo, it's so funny that Dave Chappelle's joke just keeps winning. Of like, what I wonder what Gyro is doing now. You know, and now we're seeing that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Gyro with this Gyro commercial.
I need to watch it again because I saw it, and it made me want a gyro. Like I was just like, damn, I don't want a gyro from Gyro, but I do kind of want one though.
Right. It was capability. Like, man, I do want a gyro though, y'all. Like soon. It's
so like, what's going on in this? What's going on in this situation? Like, what does Gyro have happening here?
Gyro is basically okay. Gyro, he basically had a TV show he's got going, I think on TBS or TNT, that he is basically like trying to rejuvenate businesses, and that was one of the ways to do it, like through COVID. Like, I'm gonna shoot this commercial with my kids. That's why he had the sock zone up in there, and it was like basically a way to kind of rejuvenate these struggling businesses from COVID. Now, that wasn't all put out there at first. Somebody got the clip and just put it out there like this man is out here getting paid $500.
They had him out here like Bow Wow. They had him out here like Bow Wow with the
plane stuff. Oh yeah,
shit, son! I remember when I sent you earlier. They took it down. Bow Wow challenged Trae Young to a 3-point shootout.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's your guy, man. You gotta speak. This is your guy. You gotta speak for this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he just thinks he's so, you know. Bow Wow suffers from literally what people say child stars. When you think of like Emmanuel Lewis did all right for himself. When you think of like the whole cast of Different Strokes,
like Todd Bridges,
Gary Coleman went through all his drama. What half the cast of 8 is enough. The list goes on and on. All these child actors that just could not recover for a full Hannah Montana, where they just can't recover from being that child star and being that popular. They got to do stuff to put themselves out there. Britney Spears on the low, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Britney Spears hit the boomerang though. She came back around and got it worked out. But yeah, she took trouble for a little bit too. So I mean, I don't know, man. So that,
but 50 Cent, but you know who's, but 50, you know, 50 had a field day with this.
Well, oh, for sure. Is this like an impromptu This Week in 50?
This weekend, here we go. 50 he put out the full clip on his Instagram, his page. Said that tweeted the small business. They didn't have a Twitter page. He finds the person, the daughter of the owner, tweets her saying, "I'll give you $50,000 if you just take that down." Like, just take him down. Like, see? I'm that petty. Just, I'll give you 50 grand if you just don't do business with him. It's great. I know they bringing people your business. It's been fun. But I'll give you 50 grand, though. Just leave him alone.
I mean, which offer do you take? I take the 50, for sure.
The 50 grand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you have to, because you already got everything you wanted out of it. Now people know about your business. It's already viral.
Right. Come on, 50, run that check. I'm good. Speaking of running the check, it's time to run a black check again on somebody here. This time it's going to be a Republican House candidate in the great state of Missouri. See, this is our listeners that are from Missouri. There's Missouri, and then there's Missouri. Black people live in Missouri. We're from Missouri. However, the people that are perpetuating all this craziness is Missouri. Now, every once in a while, there's somebody who jumps the fence from Missouri into Missouri. And that's the case of what we've got here.
I mean, basically for
transplant-
people that's outside of St. Louis, there's a Bermuda Triangle or a Bermuda hexagon per se that goes St. Louis, Chicago, Cape, Springfield, you know, a little bit in Jeff City. If you're in between that diagram of area, you're more likely in Missouri. And it's a little bit north too. I guess you could stretch it up a little bit north.
I would say that Missouri is anything that's not on Highway 70. Kansas City is not Missouri. That's Missouri.
Mhm.
Columbia is kind of Missouri. It's Missouri when school is in play. But then St. Louis is most certainly.
What about, so with Cape Girardeau, is that Missouri, you think still? Missouri?
Yeah,
Cape?
hell yeah. Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
The same thing as Springfield.
Anything that's south and north of Highway 70 is Missouri.
That's even better. So we got a straight line.
Yes, we know where to go and where not to go. But in this particular case, there is a GOP candidate who's running for Congress, the name of Winnie Hartstrong. That sounds like a wrestling name. That can't possibly be real.
No, it's
That's
not a
like-
real name. Her real name is an African name, I believe.
Seriously? She changed it
Yeah.
to this?
She changed it. Yeah, she changed it to that.
Okay. It kind of looks like it. I see it in it. But so this article I read in the Daily Beast says a Republican House candidate in Missouri has published her own half-baked report claiming the video of George Floyd's death is in fact a staged false flag. This is a black person who is saying this, by the way, who is relocated
They're not from St.
to
Louis
Missouri.
either. Yes, that's what I was just saying. They're not in
who's
St. Louis.
relocated to Missouri to run for Congress against one of the longest sitting black congressmen in the state. The longest.
Not even the state. Maybe damn near the country.
like in there. It's in clay. But she says George
And
Floyd
and also even just give more context to people. His dad was also the first black congressman in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
His dad was.
Yeah. Right. So needless to say, the roots run deep here with the clays in politics in Missouri and the United States in general. He says that George Floyd is alive and that that's circulating between far right Twitter accounts. So here's the thing I want to say.
Call her Winnie
reading all
Oboke. Her real last name is Oboke. Just for your reference for people, it's Oboke. So Oboke.
So I got questions. Who are her people from out east where she came from? Because apparently she's from DC or something like that.
Yeah, she's from Maryland. Yep, DC area.
She's from Maryland. So I need to know a few things. Number one, who are her people? Who left the gate open for this to get all the way out here? Is this what they were talking about when that Saharan dust storm was coming over the Midwest? Was this bullshit theories coming over here?
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you look at it even deeper for this, like I looked at her campaign video. So I just went into a deep dive on Winnie Oboke. And her campaign video, if anybody goes on YouTube, looks at it, it's about a guy. The whole video is about another person she worked for. And that was a Democratic congressman. And I think maybe he's in Maryland or Indiana, but she worked for him in DC. And him getting dethroned because of his stance with abortion. And that was it. And it literally was talking about him for 2 minutes, and then it went off. Vote for Winnie Hartstrong, Missouri first. I was like, you ain't even talking about yourself the whole video. You talked about somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I mean, what exactly are you doing here? See, it's these type of people that are just. This
is like Spliff Star. This is like Spliff Star talking about busting rhymes for a whole thing. So I'm gonna go buy my album.
Right. Like, what's your point here? What are you doing? Like, these are the things I wonder about when people really legitimately feel like they got like a place to do this. I don't know. This is the Twilight Zone. This is Flashpoint. Flashpoint is like this.
Flashpoint is 100% here, man. This is somebody messed up the DeLorean and did everything possible to put us to where this place is now. You had another story I didn't even have in here since we was mentioning in the Flashpoint.
The Flashpoint, the other Flashpoint of the week.
Yeah,
it's the WTFW. Cam Newton signed with the Patriots.
Now, man, like y'all don't understand how funny it is.
I mean, so here's the thing. Immediately, as soon as it happened, I didn't think about, oh man, it's good that Calvin got a job. You know what I'm saying? Looking good, young blood. Glad you got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. I was just imagining Cam Newton with them outfits on, giving them Patriots press conferences. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that ruminated in my head right
looking
now.
like Over Redenbacher. Up there looking like Over Redenbacher.
You could be looking like Driving Miss Daisy with them hats on.
And my thing is, man, now this could go two ways, I think, with this Cam situation. He either is going to become full Bostonian, and if y'all understand what that means, but a full Bostonian, and like embrace that Bostonian kind of way.
Like turn into like Matt Damon?
Yes. No, not Matt Damon. I'm talking about like when they call Boston, Mississippi North, because he was on that teetering on that coon train for a second. There, yeah, you know what I mean. You remember? Yeah, he was. Remember, he was teetering on there for a minute. What was it, a couple of years ago? He was teetering on that bad boy.
He was damn near getting ready to put a tap show on.
Yeah, so I'm saying he could kind of move to that route maybe, or he's gonna go full Georgia Cam.
So here's the Cam
full Auburn Cam.
I think that we're gonna get.
Full stealing computers Cam.
I think we're gonna get. That's Florida Cam. We don't need that.
That's
Cam.
true. That's Florida Cam.
You got too much money for that shit. You better not be stealing nothing.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing I would say. Number one. All right. So the analyst side of me will say, great signing. I think he fits into their offense amazingly. I think he fits in even better than Tom Brady has over the last couple of years. Like Belichick's gonna be able to do things he hasn't been able to do before with that offense ever. Belichick just wants to run the ball, really. He don't care about throwing it downfield and doing all that. Cam kind of might be the perfect quarterback for what he wants to do. Well, the perfect quarterback for what he wants to do is Lamar Jackson, who he had a chance to take. He didn't take him because he wanted to still give Tom Brady more reps. But we'll leave that.
No. It wasn't him that was on that. That was the owner, Kraft. Kraft was stopping him. Kraft got Garoppolo up out of there. That was all Kraft that was blocking. Belichick probably would have sent him packing 3 years ago, to be for real.
Either way, Belichick's the one that turns in the card to pick people. He could have picked Lamar. It don't matter. He could have still picked Lamar. That's all I'm talking about.
You said just picked them and just stashed them and picked them and stashed them.
Picked them. I mean,
but he did that before. But the problem is he did that before Garoppolo and he lost them.
But he did it when Tom was 35, not 39. That's a.
But that's what. But not looking at him, he wants to send you out of town before 35. Like who stayed there and been a long time?
You like 28. What?
True. He do. Or he want that open by special where you'd have had a couple of charges, but you can still play and be like, I mean, you can be a Patriot. And it's your last he's last chance NFL. Like
that's called the Randy Moss, in other words. Like
yes.
I got one more.
I mean Corey Dillon. It's a lot of people. He just was like, oh, it's an open mic special. He shops at Walmart in the back and just say, what boxes y'all got open? Oh, it's a 60-inch TV with the back on it. I'll take it. It still got quality vision.
So Cam,
it's got a crack in it. It's still 70 inches.
Cam going to New England from a football sense is a great fit. I love that. That's going to be great to see. But the Cam we might end up getting is just vengeance tour Cam. Like that Cam that it's taking like 7 cats to drag down because Cam is just like, nah, I need one more yard because fuck the Panthers. Like that could be that could be the Cam that you get, and I think that's the one that everybody's looking for. But even with coming back, man, why Cam only get $550K in guarantees though? Meanwhile, Chase Daniel
does he have Master P as his manager? Does he have Master P as his agent?
He got the dude that was singing on the Wendy's parking lot signing his contract. Like I don't know, Cam. Why?
But
why
it's incentive laden though, right?
Fuck an incentive. Why is a black quarterback having to get that's a former MVP that's still 31 years old having to take an old coupon ass contract? Meanwhile,
right after Juneteenth.
Right, they handing out these big ass deals to cats like Chase Daniel and Phillip Rivers and all these cats who barely.
And what's the backup in New Orleans got that big deal? The BYU kid that they think is the future. He got a big deal too.
Well, he didn't get a big deal to be a quarterback.
Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill didn't get a big deal just to be a quarterback though. But Jameis got a bullshit deal too. He got a $1 million deal. So you telling me that you can get Cam Newton and Jameis Winston for a total of $1.5 million, 2 number 1 picks,
in the NFL draft that's brothers, they gotta prove themselves. Equity ain't even, bro. It ain't even. I don't want to hear it. You got Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles up there doing bullshit, competing for a job where ain't neither one of them gonna be no damn good. Andy Dalton getting $5 million to be a backup, but Cam Newton got to take these sunflower seeds in order to get a job in the league. It's fucked up, man.
But that's what Belichick does, the open box special. He was like, oh.
But I ain't worried about that. Belichick didn't sign Jameis Winston, though. There's a problem here. Tyrod Taylor is getting a bullshit deal out there. Teddy Bridgewater got an aight deal, but he still didn't get the type of deal that like Jimmy Garoppolo got as like a backup going to be a starter. Hey, shit still ain't sweet, bro. Shit still ain't sweet. You still get one shot as a black quarterback in the league, and unless you turn into Russell Wilson or something like that, you screwed. Like it's wild, man. So I'm happy Cam got the opportunity. I'm not happy about the terms as to which it had to happen on. But I think he's gonna shine. The incentives might be there. He might get the opportunity. But damn, dog, we still got to jump over 2 hurdles when there's barely one for the other people. You know what I mean? You got these white quarterbacks jumping over safety cones, and you got brothers jumping over the high jump to get a deal. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But hey, we gonna shift into a portion of the show I know it's near and dear to your heart. Dr. Brother Umar Johnson is back at it again and has put out his wifey resume. I know you needed a second for that. I'm sorry.
Yo, so he's basically put out an ad. Hold on, we're gonna try something different for our people watching. I'm gonna share my screen. Go.
All right, man. So this part of it, I'm gonna leave this to you. This is obviously your corner here. Brother Dr. Umar Johnson is back at it again with what now in the latest episode of this brother, the wifey resume.
Yeah, so Umar Johnson has decided to the fact that he doesn't have a woman now, or he's one of the bachelor, or as he calls himself, Big Papa. That's a real term. He says that for real. That is a real term. He calls himself Big Papa. Big Papa has decided that he needs to put out have to take resumes for women to be with him. Now, people that are listening, watching. If you're not watching us, make sure you go to SOLC Network. I'm finna actually do something new. We're gonna share the Dr. Umar joint right here real quick so people can. I'm gonna actually go to my. Can you see everything, Matt?
I can.
Let me zoom this in. Oh, it's small. Let's see. There we go. All right. Can you see it? Is it nice and big for you, brother?
Pause.
So, Dr. Umar, the all natural everything wifey resumes. You got to email your resume to drumarjohnson@yahoo.com. Must include photo and cover letter. Now, international applicants welcome. Now, with this, I'm interested in the cover letter. Does it have to describe what you are like? Is this a job cover letter, like to show your accomplishments, or show that you a dope wifey resume? That's one of my first questions.
There's a lot of things here I'm confused about. First of all, I'm a little lost into what exactly you're proving on a wifey resume. Like, do we have the recipe for what this is supposed to be?
I have no idea what this is supposed to be.
So then maybe we need to make this dish ourselves. So what does a wifey resume look like? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a wife and a wifey are two different things in my mind.
Oh, 100%.
Like, for me, a wifey is kind of like a play girlfriend, like somebody you was in a relationship with on Facebook, but you wasn't really in a relationship with them.
Damn. That's wifey? Why? I wouldn't go there. I was just saying you've been with her for a long time, but you ain't gave her no ring.
Okay, could be that too. Fine, like whatever's the case. But like to me, I don't even know what goes into that resume. Like it's got to be like a watered down version of everything that actually a wife gives.
No, somebody like Umar, I could see him wanting everything a wife does give, without any of the without anything along with it.
So like that's the thing I'm gonna say right now is that if I got a wifey resume, I'm gonna be asking like you know what I'm saying, like go get me like a half order of rice. You know what I'm saying? Like on Fridays, you know, my feet tired.
Nah, Omar is a little bit different than that though. You got to be making like saddle soap and like, you know, being able to make it.
I said I don't know what's on his, so I was just saying like what would be on mine. Like my wifey resume, my wifey recipe even would be a bunch of bullshit. Like it would just be just a ridiculous amount of bullshit. Like you know what I'm saying? You blow on my Nintendo cartridge when I you know what I'm saying, when my game not working and stuff like that. Like it would just be just giving you all menial tasks that there's no way in hell that my actual wife would.
And that's what Omar wants though. That's what Big
like
that's what Big Papa wants.
You gotta clean my shoestrings. You gotta clean my shoestrings in the sink. Like that's some bullshit. Like
that sounds like some jail shit. You gotta clean my shoestrings in the sink. God damn.
Jordan strings and keep them white. So, I don't know.
But I mean,
I'm literally trying to conceptualize, but the cover letter is a good idea. What is the cover letter? What goes into it? What does that mean? And your qualifications that are going to come on the next page. So I'm guessing that on the cover letter, you got to pitch yourself to Brother Johnson.
Yeah, like, you know, well, I mean, somebody else has got some issues with this, man. And he really wants to speak about this Umar thing, and it's really hurting his heart. And he's really upset that Umar got out the gate before his pilot TV show that he wants to talk about here. Brother Akbar wants to come in real quick. Pause this for everybody real quick. Hold on. Brother Akbar wants to speak to everybody.
Oh, my God.
Yes, my brother. My brother.
Oh, brother.
I'm here.
Conspiracy brother himself, Brother Akbar. Is it Brother
Yes,
Akbar?
it is. Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother.
How are you? Brother, first of all, how are you doing, man? How is your spirit right now?
Trying to keep the white man from giving me the COVID. That's all I'm doing, my brother. Just trying to keep the white man from giving me COVID.
All right, brother. How's the quarantine going for you, man? I mean, is everything in a good place for your spirit, for your soul? Are you quarantining? Are you socially distancing? Like, what's going on in your world?
I'm doing that involuntarily because I'm starting kind of still on house arrest, my brother. I'm still kind of on house arrest, so I only can go out between the hours of 8 to 6.
Okay. Then you've got a lot of time. You got a lot of time to be able to give towards the to give towards things here. So here's what I'm gonna say. And I got questions for you about a few things. I got a few things I want to ask you about, check in on. But
I want to talk about my TV show as well that Dr. Umar stole from me. But I'll get into that later.
Brother, we can come back around to my agenda later on. We could just have you go for what you got to say here, brother.
First off, I had a show that I had pitched already to the OBN Only Brothers Network. Is actually channel 1999 on all of your local cables. Come in. If it's not there, make sure you go and call your local cable company and say, I want OBN.
Okay.
But on that, my brother, on that show, it was called For the Love of Akbar. Now, in this show, I was going to see, we ain't even social distancing that much in mind. It was 10 women was going to be in my apartment, right? We don't have the budget for nothing Flavor Flav, anything like that. See, brother had to get with his child here. The struggle is real for a brother, especially when it comes to his offspring.
Is that the same? Is that the same child, or is that different children?
No. I have 5 of them. They look exactly the same because the white man cloned my daughter while I was locked up. And see, you heard about it with Gucci Mane. Remember, Gucci Mane got cloned. My daughters got cloned.
Yes,
when I came out, it's 5 of them.
Wait, hold up. Gucci, what happened to Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane is a clone.
Oh, so where's the other one at?
See, that's a mystery. That is a mystery.
Oh.
I heard your brother's doing
Okay,
an
well,
unsolved mystery
continue.
section, and you need to add that to that unsolved mystery section. Where's the real Gucci Mane?
Where is what happened to Gucci? Okay, I'll get that on there. I'll get that one on there too.
Thank you.
Please continue.
So no, my show. So it's 10
program.
women in my apartment, and my first question to all the women is, do you think Bill Cosby raped those girls? That's the first one. That's the first one off the top. You can't be with Akbar if you don't believe in that, because it's all been a whole setup. Period. Then talk about the Kobe thing. Then I got to do the mathematics for them with the Kobe thing. See, if they don't know no mathematics, because everything is mathematics, my brother. Mathematics. So first of all, I asked them what's 3 times 3. If they don't say 9, then I say 9 multiplied by 3, subtracted by 3 is what? If they don't say Kobe, they can't come in the house.
Okay.
Now,
hey, you'll be happy to know that while we've been, I've continued social distancing by choice, not by legal authority, but by choice. But get it how you live, however you live, get it that way. I played several games with Kobe Bryant on the NBA 2K1, and it's a pleasure to have Brother Bryant still be with us in memory. And I just wanted to know if you had anything to do with it, because today it got announced that Kobe is going to be on the cover of NBA 2K2.
Yeah, I actually had a boycott against NBA 2K for a while. I still don't know if I'm gonna actually buy it, because there was a brother that was a programmer on the original NBA Live 91 that discovered NBA Live. He discovered it first. They still don't get that brother no props. His name is Andre Strower. Look it up. Google his name, Andre Strower. The first brother, he came up with NBA Live. All the shit you see now is from Andre Strower. Look, Google it, everybody. Google it, Andre Strower.
And that's not the brother from Homicide: Life on the Streets, right?
No, see, that's a whole nother thing. His is spelled differently than that. That's Andre Brower. Strower is a different one. See, they let that brother get into the game because they let another brother fall. That's how they do you all the time. First, they let one brother in, another brother got to go out.
Oh, well, one brother in, one brother out rule. That's
it's only one. There only could be one. It's Highlander, baby. And you know, and I heard, Brother Matt, that you had to move your wedding from this year to next year.
That's how they did Obama. People got married this year, so they told me I had to move mine. So
yeah, no, brother, no. It was that's a conspiracy in itself. It's a conspiracy in itself that you had to move your wedding. Why does a black man have to move his wedding?
Children on the other side of it? I don't know.
No. They wanted you to be caught up in the game because they want you to not be able to get this vaccine for your people. Everybody gonna have COVID in there. That's a whole conspiracy in itself. They want black people not to get married this year so they can get another disease. It's not called COVID. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack on that. It's not called COVID. It's called VidCo. Google it. Google it. VidCo 23, because they dissing Kobe, so they putting in the number 23 before that, and they don't like Michael Jordan, so they putting the 23 there. So they trying to trick you because they know it's about Kobe. When he died at that point, that's what it all comes back to, 24.
And not
Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson.
Right.
I'm getting out of here in a minute. Umar Johnson, I'm coming for you. You stole my idea for my TV show. And if you need the OBN network, make sure you call your local cable provider, OBN network. Now, you can also email us at obn@yahoo.com. And any ladies that want to get on the For the Love of Akbar X, don't forget the X part. It's Akbar Loves Me X, because I had to flip it. Put that me in front of the X. At blacknessallday.com.
All right.
All day.
Man, well, hey, brother Akbar, I appreciate your time, man. I know you got things to do. I know you got a lot going on over there at the house, man.
I still got like 30 minutes before I'm off of my ankle monitor. I mean, you ain't got to just push me off there like that.
Well, I wasn't push you off there. I was just like, I know that you got things to do.
Are you brother Matt? Are you a part of the game? Are you? Are you an Illuminati, man? Because you cover the baseball games. You've been in a news cycle. You got your writing things going on. I see you doing a lot of stuff. I've been wondering about you being in Illuminati, man.
No, that's way too much initiative for me. I don't care that much.
So you didn't go to the meeting on the 15th. It's on every 15th, I heard.
They go to a level that I just can't get with. It's too much for me. But God bless everybody that feels that way, though. Just not me.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out also to everyone out there who is constantly giving people hell for not loving Kobe Bryant. I just want to give a shout out to all those Kobe fans out there as well, because he's a part of the blackness. He was part of the blackness. And shout out to O.J. Simpson as well.
You know what happens when you add together 24 and number 8? When you do double Kobe?
What's that?
You get Magic Johnson. And when you get Magic Johnson,
and that conspiracy, he don't have AIDS though.
But you get Magic Johnson, you get HIV. But when you got HIV, you know what you haven't done?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't died. And if you haven't died, you know who you are then?
Who are you then?
You're LeBron James. Because what happens when you turn 32 around?
23. Michael Jordan. Oh, that's a brilliant. See that you got your math, brother. You've been doing your mathematics. So you've been getting the flashcards I sent you and stuff. Okay, all right.
Yeah, man, I got them, dog. I appreciate that. That was love.
You got okay. Yeah. You know, you getting your mathematics down. I appreciate that, my brother. Signing on off. Like I said, OBN Network coming at y'all soon. Man, shout out to Akbar, man. Came through, man.
He always there when we need him, ain't he?
OBN Network, the OBN Network. I never heard of this. I think it's a spinoff of what is the OAN? I think it's a spinoff of the OAN.
Apps to be having that. This like one of them apps to be having free TV, like the Roku channel or like Tubi or something like that. Like
I love Tubi though. Shout out to Tubi. I love Tubi.
Are you drinking, brother? Are you drinking? Brother, are you drinking a frozen Monaco?
No. Frozen Monaco. No, I'm just having this is a frozen daiquiri, man. That's all. It's just a little frozen daiquiri, brother. You don't have to laugh at me like that, man.
Hey, man, what? I ain't laughing, man. I chuckled to myself.
Same thing.
So before we get to the scenario tonight, man, we gotta stop by real quick, man. What everybody's buzzing on right now, man. August Alsina, Jada Pinkett. Hey. It kind of is what it is. I'm just curious to know, what your thoughts on the matter may be. I feel like this is news straight out of your.
When people don't know, August Alsina basically came out and said that he been messing with Jada Pinkett Smith for 3 or 4 years or whatnot, and that Will Smith knew and condoned it. And basically, it goes along with the idea and the rumors that they have an open marriage.
I mean,
it feeds into that.
Here's my thing about all of that, though. Why do people care? Like, why is it a big deal?
Yes.
If they have an open marriage, that's a marriage to have. But why do people care?
I think because they look at this, the black love, this is black power, black love, and I guess maybe this.
I mean, there's nothing but black people involved in this, though.
Yeah, but no. This is the thing. If we retrace and go back to Jaden Smith for 1 second, this all makes sense. You can't have a free black man without free black parents. Because somebody had to get off that plantation first. And they did. Because my thing is, honestly, if it's true that they do have an open marriage, you know how gangster it would be if they'd be like, yeah, we do, fuck it, let's move on. If they do. And if they don't, they don't. Who gives a fuck? But I'm saying how powerful it would be if they like, fuck it, we do.
There'd be a bunch of people that care about open marriages who's in open relationships that they don't even know is open. Shut the fuck up. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter, man. It does not matter because if they're happy, they're happy.
But here's the thing, though. There's a little violation in the game here, though.
Oh, Alsina's definitely violating.
Yeah. Like he's flagrant in the game for that. You ain't gotta put that type of business out in the streets. I mean, it's his business, but still, there's some businesses don't need to be in the streets.
Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. Now, if this was flipped and it was a woman with a man in this situation, how do you think people would look at it? would it be a different feeling?
I don't know. It's Jada. Jada's kind of, she got the red table.
Well, I mean, if it was Will, let's say if it was Will,
right now.
let's say if it was Will with Tinashe, and it was the same situation. I just threw out a random young R&B singer.
Will be getting looked at crazy. Will looked at crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a double standard. It's sitting in there, and I might believe in it. I might just have to ride with that one because I do think that as a man, you just don't be going out there, talking about. This is like, man, have you ever been around dudes and like it is not your homie and he's talking about women he's smashing? You'd be like, dude, you're not even my friend. And first of all, I don't even talk to my friends like that. Why are you even? And you'd be like, oh, you're that type of guy.
The overshare, the guy that always has something to say and has a bunch of stuff to talk about because he feel like he's pumping him up and he's pumping his own tires up. And yeah, and it's that type of dude. It's that type of dude that I don't rock with because I don't like to be around people I don't feel like I can talk around because they just gonna bust back out and be talking about my business.
Yes. And my thing is on top of that is like, I just don't like talking about my endeavors like that. Period. In general, I just always felt like that was man violation to be like, yo, or somebody be like, oh man, yeah, Danielle came through. You talking about Danielle Thomas? A brother smashed that. You'd be like, come on, dude. She just came by and got some extra pots from me because she's moving into an apartment. I don't need that information.
It's a machismo thing where dudes feel like they putting themselves on because of it. And all you really doing in my book is being like, all right, bro, I'm glad. Good for you. Congratulations.
Now, my second part of this is Jada Pinkett a predator? Because he's only 27 years old. And not a predator, sexual predator, but like.
Look, Jada is Jada is more than a predator, down above, because her husband is cool with it. She's an apex predator.
Ooh, so you saying it because she's not even sneaking with it. She going walking right out with her bag like I'm going to go see August real quick. Okay, cool.
Diplomatic immunity.
Hey, that's real stuff. Diplomatic immunity. That is it 100%, man. Yeah, man, so get out these people's business. Get out these people's business, man. That's all I'm saying.
Get the fuck out of people's business. Like, I know you ain't got a lot going on. Your social life to slow down a little bit, but I mean, like, hey, at the end of the day, man, still.
We got one more before we go into to our main topic. These gifting circles, man.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
I got your back.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's been a lot happening. And one thing that's been popping up that I've been seeing a lot of is gifting circles, or what's the other word for it? Gifting circles or cooperative economics, whatever it is. So here's my question about it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Is this real or fake or Ponzi? Which one is it?
Ponzi.
Okay.
100% Ponzi. There's no way possible it's not a Ponzi.
I don't like to put money behind things that don't have a tangible thing that I'm holding on to. Even if I put money into the stock market, I get the stock back. I don't float money with the potential of it coming back around to me one day. That's just not how I get down. Everything has to be tied to some type
and
of
there's
tangible.
no viable business for this to be making money. It's literally just passing money around. And at some point, like any Ponzi scheme, it's going to break and a whole bunch of people are not going to get their paper.
Right.
If it is. Exactly. Some people may not be getting their paper. Like, I don't know. I ain't never been in it. And the feds. And I'm scared of the feds, too, because that's a federal offense, too, on the law. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't practice a Ponzi scheme knowingly.
I can't be around that. It feels like white-collar crime, and that's the type of crime that they come down and want money from you for. Like, for blue-collar crime, they want your time. You know what I'm saying? For white-collar crime.
They want your money and time.
Yes, they want both. They want both. So I don't, and I don't have either to give to them. So I'm not messing with it. I'm not rocking with it. Can't do it.
It's both. It's both. And I mean, shout out to you if you're able to get through it.
If you get through it, hey man, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? If you come up, you get it. It's good. I don't think that this isn't for me though. This isn't. What about commodities? If you ask me to invest in commodities, like I'm down for that. Like we buying some real estate. Oh, cool. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? What's it look like? Are we putting the money into something like that? I'm straight. Hey, I'm good with it. But I don't like just handing money left to right. That ain't my game.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
let's hit this. Let's
it's
hit.
not real. It's not fake. It's not real. It's not fake. It's Ponzi.
Oh, 100. It's Ponzi, man. And
You know what?
my thing is not even a slick Ponzi when people are inboxing you don't even know you on Facebook. Like, hey man, you making extra paper, man. We got a group meeting on Tuesday at 5:00. Just jump on your Zoom and come through.
See where I came from. That's how they got you to start selling drugs.
Like when you was a kid, like you started out as a kid with it.
Yeah, that's how they started getting you to getting the gangs, getting to the drug game. And I ain't for that. I escaped that life. So, hey, I ain't here to knock nobody hustle.
No. And we talked about it coming up on the next episode of Heads or Tails. Anybody wants to subscribe, then make sure you check out Heads or Tails podcast on the network. The ladies are saying like, hey, you can go in, have a plan to get in and get out. As long as you got that plan to get in and get out, you better have it.
Steal money from another circle if you're in that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. So time for scenario tonight. It's time for a blast from the past for a second, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So last night I turned on Netflix to see what was popping, and I look at it and it says Unsolved Mysteries. I'm like, what the hell? Like I look at it, I'm like, they got the OG Robert Stack on this joint, and I'm like, oh no, this is all new mysteries. I'm like, oh shit, like it's back. So I turned it on, peeped it. It's like a whole different thing though. They don't got like the cheesy actors in it no more. There ain't no host, but they still got that old scary ass theme song that had my ass damn near running up the steps after I turned it.
So is it more documentary style? Is it more documentary style?
It's 100% documentary style. It's one case per show. So
okay.
and it's the actual people that are in there the whole time. Very minimal acting. It's all like really breaking it down. But it made me think about Unsolved Mysteries. And I put a status up on Facebook about this today. And it's back, and that theme song even creepier than it was the first time. Yo, Unsolved Mysteries was terrifying when I was young. And I feel like that shit was scary for everybody that's in like our age bracket that's like in the early 40s all the way into the early 30s. Unsolved Mysteries beat came on, you was like, hey, I gotta get somewhere. I gotta get somewhere safe.
I didn't watch Unsolved Mysteries for real till I was like 14 or 15. Like I thought, okay, this might be kind of a cool show.
Oh, I was watching it when I was like 8.
No, I'm talking about where like by yourself. I'm talking about like where I could just watch it by myself. You was watching it by yourself at 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, you was better than me.
Yeah. I was just fucking myself up. That's probably why I'm in therapy now. Unsolved Mysteries. That Unsolved Mysteries beat came on. Robert Stack be standing in them smoky ass rooms and they're talking about ghosts and kidnappings. People being lost 100 years and shit. And you'd be like, dog, that can't be good for me. But I have watched 4 episodes of the new one already because I'm a glutton for punishment like that. But I'd be low key waiting for somebody to come home so I feel a little bit more comfortable. Just one of them I ain't watching yet. I gotta wait for some people to come home so I can watch that one. So I ain't gotta watch it by myself. But it made me think about what would happen if we had an Unsolved Mysteries show, but for Black people. Mysteries. What Black mysteries do we want to see get solved on Unsolved Mysteries for Black people? And first of all, the first question is, who's hosting Black Unsolved Mysteries?
Keith David.
Keith David?
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna say Tony Todd.
Keep the same voice, same type of voice.
That's maybe true.
Yeah, either one, and they can switch off episodes.
What about my man Dennis Haysbert?
He's too like warming, deep voice.
Okay.
Those two cats, they talking to you though. They could be happy, and you'd be like, "Is he okay?"
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, Dennis Haysbert has like that. He has a soothing, deep voice, like, "Oh man, that's a cool old man, man. Like he probably can teach me some stuff."
Okay. I can see it. Yeah, Keith David probably would be. Keith David would be fired at Black Unsolved Mysteries. That's probably a good thought. What I did was that I took the liberties to put together a couple of, I think, Black mysteries. Did you have any Black mysteries that came to mind for you as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to kick it off by one that is very popular right now. All right, Black Unsolved Mysteries. But here's the thing: some of these mysteries are solved. We just haven't decided that they're not solved yet. But we'll get there though, because that's Black Unsolved Mysteries. We'll be like, man, I still don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that. First one. Is the Rona real?
That's the mini-series spinoff, right? Of Unsolved Mysteries, right? Like the special edition.
That's a full hour documentary. Is the Rona real?
Like when 2020 does that. When 2020 does that little special episode where it's like only on one topic instead of a couple of them. That's that episode.
Exactly. And that's how all the new Unsolved Mysteries are. But here's the thing. So black people have created a whole mythology around this disease that is very much real and around us all the time right now. So, the whole thing has come up, is the Rona real? Hey, can I take the vaccine? No, I ain't doing the vaccine, dog. That's Tuskegee experiments again. I ain't doing that. Ain't happening. And like all of the things that have come from the Rona debate that fall underneath the template of this whole thing. Fauci and Bill Gates working together, man, to get black people sick. Bill Gates said that black people should be the first people to get it. What he really want to do is just test people, like real deep.
So what about what about Jaden Smith is one for me. Is Jaden Smith really the first free black man?
Oh. Well, what type of deep dives will we be looking at trying to find out who
we'll just go through his tweets. We'll just go through his tweets. And just
go through history, is Jaden Smith reincarnated from other free black men in the past?
Yeah, like maybe he is Catcher Freeman.
Oh shit!
But Catcher Freeman retired. Like, well, I'm tired of saving y'all Negroes, so I just wanted to lay back and just do whatever.
Okay, yeah, that could be in play. Speaking of people that just disappeared off the side of the world, now this one might get me in trouble. So we just gonna see where it goes. What happened with Wallace Fard Muhammad, the founder of the Nation of Islam?
Good one. That's a real good one. That's a real good one. That's a serious one, actually. I've been wanting that for a long time.
Like, where is this dude from? Where did he go? Like, what happened? Like, what is this dude? Like, what is really the root and the story about Wallace Fard Muhammad? So, like, to give a little bit of a quick, you can do this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wallace Fard Muhammad is he started the Nation of Islam and gave Elijah Muhammad his teachings that basically became the Nation of Islam. This is the quick story.
However,
he just showed up because basically he just showed up one day and they start teaching people. Like literally nobody knows any of his background for real.
Yeah, and then at the end, he also just disappeared back into the abyss too.
You said what now?
I said he just disappeared back into the abyss too.
Yeah, he literally. That's what the whole mythology of him is. I mean, there's some people that claim that he went and did this or he did that, and he came from here, he came from there. We don't know. Like that's a great mystery. I like that one. I got Frank Matthews, the gangster. Frank Matthews. What happened to him? If you know the story of Frank Matthews.
I don't know that one.
So the story that you saw in American Gangster was Frank Matthews mostly. He's a gangster drug dealer. He was from North Carolina as well. He was a big heroin dealer. He had an apartment that was a 4-bedroom apartment in New York that was stacked to the ceiling with just money. That was a safe house. You couldn't even walk into the room.
So wait, that wasn't Frank Lucas's story. It was really
part of it. Part of it was his. There's mostly that dude's story, Frank Matthews. Frank Matthews, literally, he was on some real allegedly the way people think black people are. So he got charged. They said okay, you got to show back up in court for your sentencing. He skipped the country with his side chick, left everything behind. They have not found this man since 1974.
Oh,
he is not
shit.
he literally, and then allegedly he sends them letters in the mail, to let them know, no, I'm still alive, and it's still $100,000 bounty off him right now.
Oh, word? Yeah, he's still. Yeah. I see it. I see it out here. Wow. Okay.
It's a documentary if anybody want to pick up the Frank Matthews story. Like the dude, he basically got around the mafia and had a direct connect to France to get heroin. So he was supplier for everywhere from New York all the way to St. Louis for all the black drug dealers. He even tried to do the first co-op, dog. He basically had a meeting in Las Vegas where he brought all the top drug dealers from across the country and tried to be like, yo, we pulling all our money together though to buy all this stuff in bulk together. Right before he got popped. So what happened to him? Because we don't know what happened to him or his girl.
I like that one too. I like that one. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one too. I got another one. It's been a popular subject of late, but it's another one here too. Hey, who killed Malcolm X?
Well, I mean, is that one of them? Like we
Like,
did.
who really did it? Where did it root from? What was the driving? Like, how did it get set up? How did it really come together? I know we just did the special on it and stuff like that, but when we talk about people getting taken out like that, who really killed Malcolm X and how did it work? Malcolm X getting killed that way is the Black JFK assassination.
It is. I mean, you can even say MLK as well. Throw MLK in there because people believe that, you know, James Earl Ray didn't kill King.
It's certainly up for debate.
Can we just go ahead and just announce who killed Biggie and Tupac? We know that everybody did it. Can we just actually just say that Orlando Brown killed Tupac and the blood I guess Suge Knight still could be pending because he's still alive. That allegedly Suge Knight had a blood kill Biggie. Like everybody knows that, but we won't just say it.
Like, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's ridiculous that you don't know who killed them dudes. Like, you know who killed everybody else in the world, but you don't know who killed these dudes. Like, come on, man. Like,
in front of people. Like, it wasn't like it was like, oh, I caught him in the alley taking a piss and shot him. It was like on the Vegas Strip, off the Vegas Strip. For him and Biggie, and then Biggie was right outside the Vibe Awards, where everybody kicking it and going to the next party.
Yeah. So. I got a couple of ones that also philosophical ones, and then some ones that just like some general hood mysteries as well. I think you just brought up a great one. Hey man, what happened to the rest of Gucci Man? Where'd he go?
They say Gucci Man's a clone. That's what a lot of young folks.
Gucci Man from the Body Snatchers or something.
Yeah, they said the Gucci Man basically came out of jail because he was so much smaller and stuff that they said he was cloned, and that other Gucci Mane is still in jail.
That's like Paul McCartney, like the Paul is dead thing.
Yes, dude, that one is that's not a black one, but that's a very interesting one in general, is that Paul McCartney died in 69 or 68 or something they said?
Oh, 64. 64,
yeah. Right. And they said that this new one is another guy, right?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know about that. He ain't a new one no more. He a second one, but he ain't a new one no more at this point. But yeah, Gucci Man did come back a whole different cat, different swag. I mean, jail either did wonders for him, unlike it has for other people, or Gucci Man is just in a whole nother like time zone now. Gucci Man might have got abducted by aliens.
I mean, why wouldn't you think he did? I mean, why couldn't he? That's what they would say. The conspiracy people would say.
Yeah, true. I got a couple more. Yeah, I can quick fire a couple of these.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's roll.
All right, man. How did Mike Tyson lose that damn fight to Buster Douglas?
I mean, is Bobby Brown's got the answer for you though.
That's why I wore this shirt today.
What Bobby Brown said that he was in. Okay, so the story goes, Bobby Brown's the fight was in Tokyo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Brown had a show in Osaka. He was there smashing chicks the night before, and he was like, "Mike, you got to fight tomorrow." He was like, "Oh no, it's just Buster Douglas. I'll be good, and I'm gonna take this flight in the morning and go." That's your answer for that one.
The shortest episode yet. All right, another one. Unsolved mystery, just a historical mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that this one started with black people. Nobody has to tell me that it did. I know that this one started with black people. How did blowing in the Nintendo cartridges have to be a thing?
Ooh.
That started with black people.
You think so? Because we're innovative and like, man, this shit gonna work.
We had nothing else at artists.
All right, I got another one, man. This is a quick one. What the hell is LL Cool J saying on Flavor in Your Ear remix? When he's like, his shit, blue tissues, skeevy, delicious. I never knew. What does that mean? I never knew what that meant. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Is he talking about, and people have asked him, he was like, I just literally just said out loud, but I don't know if he was like it's some underground thing we don't know about.
Was he saying? Oh, was he saying something deeper that we need to slow down and play
Right.
back, like reverse the track?
Maybe.
Unsolved Mystery, not about the Illuminati, but why do black people accredit everything to the Illuminati?
Like, what insight do they have that we don't have?
What is the relationship with black people and the idea of the Illuminati? Why is this driving force so prevalent in our minds as being something that's holding the brothers down or planning our destiny?
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. My next one is, why didn't the Minnesota Vikings make the Super Bowl in '98? Because that was my squad that year.
Oh shit, Gary Anderson.
Yeah,
They're
but I mean,
gonna play the Broncos, huh?
that would have been a hell of a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, that would be a great Super Bowl. That'd be a great Super Bowl. I'd love to do some what ifs. We'll say that for scenario.
We gotta do some what ifs, some black what ifs. Go with your next one.
What ifs. Speaking of black sports what ifs, what happened to Michael Jordan's eyes?
Ooh, that's a good one. What did happen to his eye? We don't know.
Now than what he looked like he was on pace to look like in like 1980.
Hold up. We had a technical difficulty here. Go ahead now.
You good? Because you're still not moving on my end.
Yeah, no, yo, you good. We good now. I don't know what happened. It froze up a little bit there. You should be good now. We'll go back to the Michael Jordan. Okay. We'll go back to Michael Jordan eyes.
Oh, yes. So Michael Jordan, I want to know, when did Michael Jordan's eyes become so damn yellow? Because he looked like a whole different person than what he was supposed to become in like 1984. When you look at Michael Jordan, when he came into the league, and look at Michael Jordan now, it's like Michael Jordan's soul got possessed or something. Or like he got all that money. He kind of looked like that sword from The Shadow, the pervert.
but why? Is it just from a lot of drinking and smoking cigars? Is that what it's coming from, or?
I don't know. Is it from him taking souls like Shang Tsung?
Yeah, because there's a lot of souls he's got in there.
Yeah. See, is that the soul of Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller? Sean Kemp,
he got
Gary
so many.
Payton, Karl Malone, John Stockton,
Brad Daugherty,
Craig Elo.
Craig. It feel like Craig Elo's soul is going to be taken by somebody at some point. That was an easy one.
the best interest of the Charlotte Bobcats. He's got all of that in the soul of Adam Morrison. All of those souls are inside of Michael Jordan right now, dog. Kwame Brown's soul, it's in there too. I don't know, man. I think there's something. I think there's an extra story to Michael Jordan's situation.
And I guess where else can we kind of this Jordan? So yeah, the Jordan thing is real though. Damn, I never thought about the eyes that much. Of course you think about the eyes, but like I just always like, man, maybe he's got too many souls inside of him, and it's like he's busting.
That's the price. He's paying the price. My last one is this. Conspiracy theory. This is more of an accountability thing, but maybe this is just something we gotta do a dive for. But we gotta do it. Some brothers like a black man has to do it, so we make sure that it gets approached the right way. What really happened with Michael Jackson? And I want this to start in like 1981, and then move forward. I need for this to be like directed by like Donald Glover, so that we can really find out what really happened with Michael, like what really happened with Michael Jackson.
Meaning what really happened with his life?
That man showed up to the 80s a completely different human being than he left the 80s being. What happened to Michael Jackson in the 80s?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We don't know. Like that's a hell of a mystery.
That man showed up as an African American in 1981 and left as an albino recluse.
Yeah, that was in his life. Was that? Oh man, I mean, like we don't. That's one of the biggest ones. Like what was the flip? Like you said, what is the flipping point for him to be, to go that route and be going to something different? Damn.
I need Keith David to narrate what happened to Michael Jackson.
There was one day Michael Jackson decided.
I need like a beatbox.
Oh, is that the Black Unsolved Mysteries with a beatbox?
Yeah, like instead of the creepy ass music that I don't really have to listen to, I need like a beatbox version of it, like with some bass in that Unsolved Mysteries track.
Some bass in it. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna reach out to RVS from the We Coming For You pod and get him to
to get you a beat.
Me a beat it out Unsolved Mysteries thing.
My last one is, and this was gonna be controversial for a lot of the Beyonce fans. Would Beyonce be where she at if Aaliyah would have lived?
Beyonce.
Oh, see.
Beyonce.
But did Aaliyah really go down?
Ooh, see. Was it Matthew Knowles that had something to do with it? Wait, let me stop that.
Oh. Oh no.
On some Dreamgirl shit.
Who knows, man? But hey, the black. I want to hear other people's. I think I will.
Yeah.
We'll put this question out there on the social medias, man. Put it on the Straight Out Low Cash page. But I'm putting it online as well, man. I need some black unsolved mysteries. What
are some black unsolved mysteries? Yeah, I'm gonna put it up now, man. As we speak. Yeah, and we're gonna read them on the next episode. And if you're not on our social media, go to Straight Out Low Cash in the Scenario on Facebook, Straight OLC on Twitter, or you can email us straightolc@gmail.com, or hit us up on Instagram as well at SOLC Network. Or you could just you could, if you don't get on any of those, just email us as well. I mean, we'll read them. We want to hear what y'all say for y'all's. So, or you get the voicemail too.
Yes. Yes.
Voicemail preferable, because that'd be great to hear you all actually talk about it out loud, which would be hilarious.
Hey, I'm out here. I'm with it.
Yeah, so let me give you all the email. The voicemail is 641-715-3900, extension 769558. Brother Matt, it's been another good one, man.
Always, brother.
All right.
Remember, we have to keep doing shows too. Everybody else gets shows. Be sure to check it out, man. Check out the commentary. Check out We Coming For You cast. Check out, who else am I missing here?
We got Heads or Tails. We got I Love 90s Music. We got Just Kicking It. Hopefully we can bring the OG Hour back soon. Javon's coming out with a new episode of Leaders of the New School next week. We just got a lot of shit out here, man.
Keep all of this, man. We out here. We good. We got content for you. Black content. Support it. Remember, man, it's more than food and clothes, man. Black content is more than food and clothes. Keep on supporting.
All right, y'all. Peace.